I know I got late, but Arnab Goswami debate went beyond the scheduled time. I don't know. Recently, debates are going beyond the scheduled time, so maybe I should put some margin of error in my YouTube live before I join. Oh, I will take the first comment. Ishkaran Bhai being late means more pressure to bring dynamite. If you want dynamite, go to Afghanistan. Plenty of dynamite there. But anyway, this is a very serious thing which I will tell you. How New York Times and all of the people who swear by New York Times, flood WhatsApp groups by New York Times, try to create a narrative that India is becoming the pits, India is becoming a dump of garbage, India is going to the absolute worst that can happen to a country because of New York Times. I will tell you what does New York Times speak about Taliban, about Modi, about Yogi, all three. And then you judge. You live in India. You have the experiences. You know what you go through when you live in India. And then you compare. And next time somebody talks to you about New York Times, we can discuss what is New York Times all about. If you are joining for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. I would show you a master class, an absolutely dynamic master class in hypocrisy, the levels of which you have never seen, the levels of which you will never see, except with communists or liberal journalists. They are the alpha level of hypocrisy. The dynamite level, as somebody said, bring dynamite. These people are the dynamite levels of hypocrisy. So please subscribe to the channel. In the evening, we will join every day and discuss these amazing, amazing hypocrisy. So first, let me show you one photo. They say a photo is worth 1,000 words. This is a tale of two photos. Have you read the novel A Tale of Two Cities? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Anyways, so this still remains true. It is the best of times in Afghanistan as per New York Times. It is the worst of times in India. Charles Dickens would not like my paraphrasing him like this, but it is true. For them, this is the worst of times, India, and the best of times is Taliban. Why do I say this? See this? See this yourself. Taliban appoint stalwarts to top government posts. That is about Taliban. And what does he say on India? Mr. Modi's perilous embrace of Hindu extremists. And obviously, who is in photo with him? Hindu extremist Yogi Adityanath. Center is Yogi Adityanath. And what is the heading? Modi's perilous embrace of Hindu extremists. And where is Taliban? Have you seen the photo? So let me remove it now. One second. So, what did I say? There is nothing more hypocritical. There is nothing more of a joke. There is nothing which is more of a bumkan than this so-called Western media. Now, the problem doesn't stop there. Why do I have to talk about you? Why do I have to talk about New York Times? That's a very fair question. I'll tell you. Because unfortunately, so many people in our country take this toilet rag. It's nothing more than that. Seriously. They take it seriously. They take it कि bhai, English paper in US has spoken, so it must be the gospel truth. You live in India, right? You have seen the images of Taliban. Taliban is stalwart. Modi embraces Hindu extremists. So what did we say about Yogi? And I will show you more photographs now. I won't stop at this. I will go ahead and show more photographs. Let me take some questions. Sir, आज आपने रिपब्लिक में सुशांत मर्डर केस उठाया सचिन वाजे से. Obviously, I speak whenever it is required and relevant to speak. So it is not something we are giving up. Let's see what CBI does. We have to wait for CBI. But we will speak when it's relevant to speak. Let me take another question. Sir, my English is improving day by day. I don't know how to respond to that comment except say thank you. Even though I don't think so. One second. Al Jazeera is pro-Taliban. Arey Baba, Al Jazeera is. You don't know the history of Al Jazeera? Please Google. Do basic Google. Google Baba is very good. See the history of Al Jazeera, how Al Jazeera started, what is the purpose of Al Jazeera, why Al Jazeera has been brought into picture, and then you would understand what is Al Jazeera. Now let me show you two more photographs of New York Times. And next time, somebody in your WhatsApp group sends you New York Times, send them these pictures, send them this video and say, bhai, you live in India. Bhan, you live in India. Have some shame. Have some shame. Taliban has its leader, which has a $5 million reward by FBI. $5 million. 35 crore rupees. You know how much is 35 crore rupees? I don't. It's a freakingly huge amount of money. So 35 crores is what is the reward on their ministers. Their ministers who said, we will not give up Osama bin Laden. Those people are stalwarts, which is a very positive word, which is a word to show leaders, top of their game, very efficient people. A stalwart of cricket would be Sachin Tendulkar or Don Bradman or Shane Warne. I used to like Shane Warne. What a baller. And some recent cricketers which you would know better. So those would be stalwarts. So those they call stalwarts. And Yogi, let's see what do they call Yogi. Oh, this is Taliban appoints stalwarts to top government posts. And now what they say about Yogi? Head of militant Hindu temple. We have a Nath Parampara. We have Mat. And they call our Parampara. They call our Mat as head of a militant Hindu temple. This is New York Times. This is their reality. This is their language. This is their agenda. This is their bias. Would I only keep speaking, or would you share it with your friends and ask them, you live in India, are our temples Hindu militant temples? Do we Indians have no shame left? Where we go for Astha, Puja, these New York people call it this, militant, whatever. And we still quote them, we still believe them. We still quote them, we still believe them. Seems like Congress funds New York. No, they are bankrupt. I'm being very honest. Congress is bankrupt. They don't fund New York Times. It's their ideology. You don't have to fund people whose ideology is like yours. See, that is the beauty of ideology. You don't need to fund your ideological people. They will anyway support you because they hate. They have a visceral hate for our Hindu way of life. They have a visceral hate for Modi. They have a visceral hate for Yogi. They don't need funding. Their reward is if these people go, that's their reward. So they don't need funding for that. That is the reality. Point is, how many of us Indians understand this reality? And I will say something. So many times I've seen BJP also. This is the truth. Quoting New York Times or quoting some foreign journal when they praise them a little bit. Why this, yaar? How do you care? Why should you care? They are as useless as media in Pakistan. You don't quote Pakistani newspapers. You will never see them happily quoting Pakistani newspapers. But even I'm saying, even from BJP, they will happily quote New York Times when they know what it is all about. That they should realize. That they should realize that why are they doing this? If they don't realize it, they legitimize it, they feel happy or they feel sad on what New York Times says, obviously the audiences will also react. The voters will also react. You are giving it importance, at least in cities. I actually think people in our villages are more sensible. They are more intelligent than some of the people who read this New York Times. Give me any day a voter from the village than these New York Times readers, because the voter from the village would understand the problems of Bharat, 1,000 times better, would understand the constraints of Bharat, would understand the potentials of Bharat 1,000 times better than this. Who intentionally knows more? That is the reality. And we need to send letters to New York. Why? Why? Why do you need to send letters to somebody that we need to send letters to New York? Why? Why waste your time? Just educate people. Don't take these things seriously. What am I trying to do? Just showing you that this is the absolute garbage they peddle. That Taliban are stalwarts and Yogi is head of a militant Hindu temple. That's the garbage they peddle. Just be aware of that. Why do you need to write letters? Why waste your time and energy? They will not publish it. You know, you have very civilized way of protest. What is the point? Just educate people not to take it seriously. That's it. Those who do, just educate them not to take it seriously is all I would suggest to you. All right. So do subscribe and do join me tomorrow. And good night. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams. Take care. Bye bye.